G'day, g'day. Welcome to another episode of Braves and Australia Can't Salvage. What you see in front of you is a Dinky Toys Ford Mercury Cougar. So, let's go over to my workbench and let's see what we can do with it. Hope to see you over there. So here is the base of the Dinky Toys Mercury Cougar. It has 2 screws in the base. Excellent. The paint is chipped, so it's a loved vehicle. It does have a number plate on it. I will attempt one day to redo number plates or put new ones on. I've tried it once on a VW 1600 variant on the Macklin one, I think it was. You'll have to go back to my library to find it. That's rear number plate. The screens are in good condition. As you can see, the door's open. It has both seats. I'll try and lift it up. And they do tilt up so that passengers can get in the back. So I've already got my container ready for the parts. Now I'll come back when I have the other items I need to pull it apart. I'll catch you in a moment. And we're back. As mentioned a moment ago, it has 2 screws in the base. So let's... Oh, what I forgot to mention was it does have a working aerial in it. You can see that if you're seeing that go up and down, and that is the mechanism there. They also have that on the Dinky Parisienne, which is also a vehicle that I hope to be doing sometime in 2023, but we shall see. So that's our 2 screws out, and we'll carefully lift up the base. No suspension, just a thin wire crimped in together. So we'll leave the wheels attached. I may take the loose tongue is in the house. The rubber tyres are quite flexible, so we can take them off so that we can do the hubs. So I'll do the rear ones first. I'll try not to bend the thin wire or the hold the hubs. So we've successfully done that. So Fumble Fingers hasn't arrived just yet, but I'm dare say that he will be making an appearance. Now these hubs, they look like gold in colour. I have to do a little bit more looking to see whether they stay gold or whether they'll be chromed up to something else. Anyway, that's the base. put that up there. The interior holds the doors in place. So it's lift out at the back and pull back. And as you can see, the doors just fall out. And here you see the seats can move forward. They do have a slight hinge just where my thumbs are. Steering wheel is there. The dash is not detailed. And we shall put the steering wheel back in. There we go. Steering wheel is in, so we'll give that interior a wash. We have both. Did I say something about fumble fingers? There we go. We do have both door cards. Let's see if they will come out easily enough. I hope they do. Let's see if fumble fingers can struggle on camera, because he has no problems off camera. I've said many a time that when you do something on camera, it doesn't work. As soon as you do it off camera, it's easy peasy. And this is going to be a case of, I think we might take these off, the door cards off. Jeez, it is at that time of day. We shall remove the door cards off camera. That will be the safest thing. No, there you go. So you threatened to take it off camera, and out she's about to pop. So all we've done is come in from the corner where the hinge is, and we're just levering up a little bit. There's a couple of locating pins. We're just trying to make sure that we're not going to break it. We fumble fingers. There we go. We have two holes. Correspond with our two locating pins. So we'll stick that in there. We can put that in there. This is going to be our venue if this the loose lips are here today. So, for those that are joining us for the first time, this is our venue for our strippers that we put our die cast into. So again, just gingerly, there we go. That's for our poor man's wash machine. We'll go around to see Craport Nick, see if we can use his wash machine for that sort of stuff. That's the doors and our glass. There is a pin there in the middle, but it's not mushroomed. So our glass should just lift out, and it does. There's no scratches in the glass that I can see. But then again, I wear glasses myself, so a little bit blind in that sense. But no major scratches in our screen. So that will be a clean up, and we'll dunk that into our floor polish to give it a nice glossy shine. So we may paint it back into a metallic blue colour. I'm not even going to attempt to try and match that one, because I don't have that colour. I don't have that exact colour here. But we'll see what we can do. Like did forget something. Alright, that's what I was looking for, is the aerial. Because I've not pulled one of these ones apart before, so I'm curious as to how that attaches. Because as I said a moment ago, I've got two Parisians to do, and they have the same aerials in the back. Alright, so I'm going to put that aside for the moment. The casting can go in here. I'll put the doors on one side. That might be easier. We'll put that in there. Our strippers will be along shortly while I do some checking on the base plate. So, we shall see you in a moment. Our strippers are still warming up at the moment, or their bath is. So before we get on to them, just to update you on the base, we have polished up the base. We've put in a black wash on the front because they're showing a closed headlight. We've polished the hubs and we've done the taillights. And we've done a chroming, or sort of chroming, on the aerial. So we can put that to one side. Now, the amount of caustic soda I use is for one of these. I'll just fill that up with the caustic soda, stick it in the venue, which is right there, and our water is ready for our strippers. Now just take note that I pour in the water fairly slowly, and we see the explosion, where you do what works for you. Others put in the hot water first and then the caustic soda, and quite often the caustic soda solution overflows. Now, not to say that it doesn't happen on here, because I have had it happen a couple of times, but I find doing this method a little bit more control. Just a little bit more control, but it's up to you. What works best for you? There's no right way, there's no wrong way. It's entirely up to you. So, as you can see, the strippers are the caustic soda strippers are doing their work. We have blue paint up and down. I'm using a thick plastic food storage container as opposed to a glass container. Now, I've used glass containers before and I've made the mistake of not letting the whole solution cool down after emptying the caustic soda water solution and then using cold water to wash it out. And of course, the cold water is when the container breaks, the glass container breaks. And that's what I've seen on other YouTube videos or other YouTube tubers that use the caustic soda method, and then they say the container breaks. That is the reason why. Not letting the solution cool down enough. But in any case, with this plastic container, we're fine. It's the hot water that has caused this thing to lift up here, not the caustic soda. It's the hot water, because I've done a couple of these containers and just used the hot water. It's just shrunk it up. Again, using the cold water. All it has done is shrunk it up. Anyway, I'm waffling on. Waffle mouth. I shall see you in a moment when we have the strippers have done all their work, so I can give them my payment. So we'll catch you in a moment. And we're back by using a brass bristle brush. Now you can use steel wool, or you can use a steel scourer like I've been using for quite some time. You can turn this into this, where it'll polish up nicely. As you can see, I've only done half the car, where this is how it came out, the caustic soda solution. And after using the brass bristle brush and the scourer, you get a nice polish. So I'll bring you back when the car is completely shiny. We're back. So the car is now shiny. Just give it still a bit of water. So what we still need to do is clean it down with a bit of IPA, isopropyl alcohol, or mineral terps, or whatever else I've got handy, to get rid of the grease and oil from my fingers. We shall have it in primer. See you in a moment. Spray can. And if you want to see how I do it, you'll need to go back to my videos. I'll attempt to put a link in the top of the screen for it. But we have it here in our glass jar. It's still letting the gases go on it. And we'll just do a quick test spray on my test area. Yes, she'll paint nicely. Now with yellow paint, you need to put it on thin coats, otherwise it will just run. So let's see how I go here. Let's just do an adjustment here to get that straight. I'll try and keep it in shot for you guys. This way, because it's come out of a spray can, I don't have to put quite as much thinner through it because it's already been pre-mixed. And as you can see it through the airbrush, she'll go through quite nicely. Yes, I could have used a white primer, but We'll see how this yellow goes. Just remember, this is only the first coat that's going on. To give it a bit of a tack and to get the undersides a bit of a colour. Alright, like I said, that's only the first coat. There'll be several coats going on top, and I've got something in mind with this, so you'll have to wait and see to what we come up with. We'll catch you in a moment. So the Dinky Mercury Cougar is in the oven. I have it set for about 80 degrees. It is doing both top and bottom, and roughly about 10 minutes I put it in for to give it its first cure. So we shall see you, I hope, shortly for the next section. Welcome back. As you can see, the vehicle is now out of the oven, and you can see she's masked up. Because yes, we're going to give it a vinyl roof top, and to get the motley texture to it, we're going to use this paint. It's called the Rust Effects from Duramax or Dulux. That's what we have here in Australia. It is, as you can see, an aerosol can. I'm not going to show you the painting of it. I'll show you the results when we come back. And we're back. As you should be able to see on camera here, the motley effect that we're after. Don't worry, it's not staying brown. We are painting a different colour. I just wanted to get the effect first, and then we can paint. So, from here on, you shall see this vehicle the next time. It's going to be at the reveal. So, stick around. Hope to see you at the end. So, here we are back. What I started with on this 50/30s for Mercury Cougar. Here is the reveal of our Dinky Toys Mercury Cougar. You should be seeing a photo about now. What the inspiration of these colours? And what did we do? We stripped it, we've repainted it, we've used Rust Effect to get the motley texture for the roof, for the vinyl roof, and then we used the photo for inspiration. Polished up the wheel hubs, we put in marker lights, tail lights, we put indicators on the front, we did a black wash at the front lights, we've given the interior clean, and we've polished and cleaned this front LED screens. We also did the scrape effect for our chrome around our windows and our rain gutters. Hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. So we'll catch you later. Rose in Australia, by Salvage.